Hello, friends. Okay, so happy February, and I hope you guys are having a good month so far. I wanted to pop in here today and talk a little bit about client management because I know this is a big inquiry season, especially for those of us who live in the Midwest, where we sort of have a lull around the winter. This is where I see the biggest influx of bridal inquiries, especially after the holidays, and then coming on Valentine's Day too. There's just tons of people getting engaged and a ton of people who are wanting our services, which is awesome. So what I found in the beginning of running my business is I could keep track of things via email, and I could use like a Google spreadsheet to kind of keep track of who is inquiring for my services, what they were looking for, and then sort of where we were at the process. So when I got an email, I could easily just keep it in my inbox, or I could put the bride's name on a spreadsheet and sort of keep track of that. But as my business has grown, I have found that got to be really tedious and also really difficult to keep track, especially because you have a lot of brides who are just price hopping or just trying to kind of get a feel for lots of different vendors. So I find that I get a lot of inquiries that maybe aren't really quality leads. They're just people who are sending out the same email to vendor after vendor after vendor. Especially too, if any of you are advertising on the Knot or the Wedding Wire. I think the Knot and Wedding Wire both have automatic inquiries that they can send. So a bride who's on there can just click and say like, I'm interested in this vendor, and then you get an automatic email that says I'm interested in your services. So those kind of emails really start to pile up, and it's hard to keep track of everybody. So I wanted to share with you a tool that I've used and I've found to be really, really a game changer for my bridal business. And that is something called Honeybook. And it's a client management tool that I use online. And basically what it does is it allows me to embed a inquiry form on my website, and I can customize it to have what I want on there. So for me, I have the bride's name, I have the wedding date, I have approximately like what time they want to get ready, if they're looking for hair, if they're looking for makeup, and how many services they're needing. And then that automatically comes into my email. So I get that right away. But the other great thing about it is it keeps that bride in a pipeline. So it's sort of like a list that I see. So when I open up my Honeybook website, what I see is a big list of all the brides that have inquired with me. And then they each have their own basically like web page that has all the information about them. And so if they inquire and they don't respond to my email after I respond back to them, I'll get a message that says, hey, this person hasn't responded to you. Do you want to follow up? Or if they ask for more information, I can send them a template that has like my prices on it or a questionnaire or something like that. And then it just keeps people in this list until I manually remove them by like archiving the project, or if I decide to send them a contract and I'm going to book them, or we're in conversation and talking about booking or doing a trial, they're also going to stay in that list. So basically, it's impossible for me to lose any brides anymore. No email is going to get lost. No one's going to get forgotten. And all the dates that I book with those brides automatically get put into my Google Calendar too. So not only am I manually entering them in my calendar, I'm also getting Honeybook to automatically put them in when they've signed and paid a deposit too. So if you're someone who's kind of anal about that, like I would freak out if, like, for example, today I didn't have a wedding and I knew I didn't have a wedding today, even though it's Saturday. And I checked my calendar like 3 times, like, you don't have a wedding, right? Are you sure you don't have a wedding? Just because we're so used to having weddings on Saturdays. So anyway, it just really ensures that you won't miss a message. You won't have a bride get lost. And the other great thing about it is this is actually now where I send all my contracts, I send all my invoices, I get all my deposits, I collect everything on there. I can also keep track of questionnaires, I can keep track of people's trial pictures, I can upload in there, and then I can also collaborate with other vendors. So like, for example, if you're working with a bride and she has a planner, and that planner can see the same project that you're working on, and so she can kind of see the communication that you guys are having together, which is awesome. So it's a really great tool, and I put a link in the comments, and I'll make sure to have it in there that gives you a discount to try it. And I just wanted to share it because how much it's changed my business and really helped me. The other thing is too, is it's a newer company, and it's really, really responsive. So when you have questions and you're just trying to figure things out, they are quick to answer you and to get, like, even call you, and they're just a wonderful company. So anyway, I thought anybody who is working in the bridal industry, anybody who has a lot of inquiries coming in, dealing with a lot of clients, if you're doing, 50 or so weddings a year, it's amazing. And also if you have a team, so I have a team, and so I can add my team members onto those projects too, and then they're getting to see what I see too. So if I have an inquiry that comes in and I want my stylist Brianna to look at it, I can add her to that project, and she knows that I'm in communication with this bride, and she can see what's going on in the project. She can see where it's located. She can see how many people are wanting hair and makeup services and be in the loop. And then also we can all communicate on that platform too. So the bride, me, the other hairstylists on my team, the makeup artists, if you have a planner, anybody else, they can all be on it. So it's just a great platform. I can't speak highly enough about it. So I encourage you to check it out. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment here or direct message me. I'm happy to answer anything about it. And hopefully that will help get you organized to get started on your bridal season for 2019, because it's coming and I'm excited. I'm also excited to have a break right now. It's kind of nice. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. So if you guys have any more questions or comments, let's chat more about client management. If you have questions about that, I feel like that's a good topic to talk about right now. And we're a little bit of slow season, just talking about how we manage people, how we keep everything organized, kind of the back end business side of how we run our business. It can be a lot. It can be a lot to handle as a solo entrepreneur, as someone who's running a business by yourself. And so I'd love to share with you guys any of the tools that you think you need, or that you're looking for, or just questions you have on how to run your business better from the back end, so you can serve your brides better and have a better experience on the day of with the brides that you're working with. That's all. Thanks for joining me, Kelly and Kim, and we'll see you later. Okay, bye.